Пробуем?
Yeah, are you ready, Harry?
Oh.
Someone's quite literally flown the coop.
Давай, давай, давай.
That's a raven trying to escape a Ukrainian bird sanctuary.
Whoops. So that raven desperately wanted to leave because tried to get the cage open and he's flown the roost. So he can definitely fly and was very keen to have his freedom.
But how did we get here? Let's start from the beginning. Throughout Russia's ongoing illegal invasion of Ukraine, I visited the country a number of times and witnessed the effect war has on both domestic and wild animal populations. And of course, I want to help in any way possible. On this trip, I'm meeting two like-minded wildlife warriors who are always willing to put animal welfare first. However, it's their passion for our feathered friends that's driven them to create one of the most special places I've had the privilege of visiting.
While I've been here in Ukraine, I've worked out that pretty much every single animal that exists in Ukraine is affected by the war. But one group of animals more than most, and that's birds. Now on the front line, they're either being shot, they're being blown up by landmines, or they're being just scared away by all of the noise. And of course, if they're injured in that area, they cannot be released there. So many of them are being moved west, and they're going to somewhere that I'm visiting now called Lviv Bird Sanctuary and Rehabilitation Center, where these birds are nursed back to health and then released back to the wild.
Upon arriving, I'm met by Yuliia, who runs the site alongside her husband, Viktor.
Hello.
Scott, nice to meet you.
Welcome to FreeWings.
Thank you.
Let's go. This is a rehabilitation center for birds. It's a hobby and passion of my husband, Viktor Shelvinskiy. He started more than 20 years ago, and step by step he decided to make this place bigger, to be able to accept more birds, because the need is really huge. But you should know that the aim of our center is to help birds and release them. We don't want to keep them here. We want to give them freedom if it's possible. But sometimes it happens that it's impossible to do. For example, we have some birds which are injured, and those injuries doesn't allow them to be released. For example, some birds left wings, so they wouldn't be able to fly.
So they don't have wings at all?
Yeah, they don't have wings at all. Some birds had broken legs, and now after, even if they are okay now, they don't have enough power to hunt and find food for themselves.
How many birds are you caring for here at the sanctuary at the moment?
Oh, wow. Now we have about 72 species and more than 500 birds.
500?
Yes.
That is a lot of beaks to feed, isn't it?
Yes.
My goodness. It seems obvious to me that the war has a massive impact on birds.
Yes.
How many of the birds here have been impacted directly by the war, and what do you think the effect of birds in Ukraine has been as a result of the conflict?
Well, it's a complex story, in fact. All birds we may split on two groups, like wild birds and exotic birds, like pet birds. Regarding wild birds, the war has huge impact because of conflict, especially on that territory. And we receive some birds from east, from south, also with injuries like with broken legs, with broken wings, and some of them are still here because they cannot be released.
One of those injured birds is across the sanctuary with Viktor. I'm meeting them to see how I can help.
Ooh, burns. Oof.
Чекай, так. Акуратно,
Oh my
ніжно.
gosh. So this raven has suffered third-degree burns. They are really bad, right past the skin, right into the muscle. You can just see here scorch marks underneath the wing as well, and then on this leg, just bad. And then on the inside of this other leg as well, you can see here. Oof. Burns like this on birds or people, you get skin contracture. And that means that then you maybe can't stretch your leg, so this leg is a little stiff. But that again will require physiotherapy to be able to extend this claw to be able to open and move it. But also the feathers lost here, the skin will heal and it'll be a whole molt before new flight feathers grow and this raven can be released. So Victor, what's the common causes for burns in birds like this?
Це другий випадок, який я бачу з такими опіками під час війни, і та пташка, що вижила. Їх багато просто згорає, тому що згорають дихальні шляхи. Гаряче повітря вдихає, йде коагуляція, і воно не виживає. Ця пташка вижила, і ще була одна така подібна, з такими самими складностями опіковими, яка також вижила.
That's horrific. Poor thing. Oh my God, that is painful. All the feathers are just gone. All right, so put some cream on. Yeah.
Так. Давай намажемо цим судокремом.
As with many of the birds cared for by the sanctuary, the raven's recovery will take some time, and unfortunately, it's not the only feathered friend in need of some assistance today.
So let's have a little look. Okay. Okay. So this is healthy. This is
Так, це.
Okay. So let's have a look at the healthy one first. Wow, look at that wingspan. So storks are known as the national bird here in Ukraine, so they're really, really important to the people, but actually they've been hit hard by the war. They tend to nest on posts, but a lot of those have actually been taken out during the war. So, and then they've also been landing in places where there's landmines and they've been blown up, or they've lost both their limbs. This guy, ooh, very stiff. It can't extend, it's stuck like that. Do you think that will get better? Do you think that will get better?
Я думаю, що так.
Yeah?
Так.
So basically what we're doing here is a little bit of stork physiotherapy. Definitely a first for me. So just what happens when you've got a fracture of the wing. It takes a long time for it to heal. And then all the muscles and the ligaments contract. So what I'm just trying to do now is just to encourage them to stretch out again. And hopefully this bird will be able to fly again once more. I'm having to hold the beak close because you can see from Victor's face that this guy has got a lot of weapons to be able to fight vets when they want to check them over. So Victor, after your examination of this stork, what's your interpretation of the injury and what's the prognosis? Do you think this stork will ever be able to be released?
Кості зрослися і утворився великий кістковий мозоль. Нам на це треба ще мінімум 3 місяці часу, щоб він розсмоктався, затвердів, зняти запалення суглоба і, можливо, через 3 місяці воно буде дієве.
Victor, I know that the stork is really important to the Ukrainian people, but I've heard that it's suffered badly as one of the biggest bird victims of the war.
Так, це дійсно особливий птах для українського народу, який символізує собою сім'ю, родину, дітей, благоустрій, тому що щастя, яке несе лелечка, будування свого гнізда безпосередньо на будинку або біля хати, на стовбиках. От. Це великий вплив на популяцію і гніздування цієї пташки. Тому що основні гніздування – це в нас виходить центральна і східна Україна, які руйнуються гнізда, спалюються поля, відсутність харчування для них. І тому це тяжко.
So I think that was a pretty successful first Stork physiotherapy session, so maybe put it back.
Саме так.
With a little love and care, this national wild bird of Ukraine should make a full recovery. However, there's no time to rest.
So Victor's just showing me one of the birds that might come in today. He gets hundreds of calls every single day about sick and injured birds, mainly wildlife. And this one here clearly has a broken wing, so definitely need a vet's attention.
And no sooner do we mention the patient, it arrives at the sanctuary.
Іра, привіт! Це ти привезла пташечку?
Так, пташка.
Я так чекав ще вчора. Чому так довго їхали?
Обставини з Києва. Доброго дня, це вам вороненятко, сіре, породисте. Пильнуйте його.
Дякую. Дякую, що привезли.
Дякую вам. До побачення.
До зустрічі.
While Victor treats the blackbird for its broken wing, I've headed to the aviary with Yuliia, where I met with some familiar faces.
Oh, I even see a little Australian bird there, some budgerigars just over there.
And we have many birds here, not only exotic one, but also local species. Maybe they are hidden somewhere between trees. We have parrots here, and also some parrots which owners left the country. But not only left the country, we also have very emotional story of one of the birds. It's called Bubachka, because her owners are now in Ukrainian army. They made a decision, go to the Ukrainian force. They call us and ask if we may keep their bird, take care of her, and we said yes, sure. So time to time we talk with the owner, we send a video that bird is okay.
At the start of the war, there was a lot of fear and people rushed away. They were evacuated from the front line, and many just had to leave their pets behind.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And I know a lot of soldiers have been very good at sort of scooping those animals up and bringing them to people like you and I that can help. Was that the case with a lot of birds in cages as well? I assume it was.
I know the story of one lady from Kiev, and she took her owls with her. They escaped from Kiev during the first months because it was uncertain situation there.
Very scary for them.
Yeah, very scared. And she had her birds with her.
All these birds in here, so they would never be able to be released. So they found their permanent sort of home here at FreeWings.
Yes, yes, yes.
And what I noticed as well is you've sort of mixed an aviary and art together. Whose idea was that?
Well, everything what you can see here, it is Viktor's job. He did everything here. He planted trees. By the way, this pool also is done by him. So everything what you can see, it is his job.
He's a vet and an artist at the same time.
Yes, he is. Yes.
And the bird seems to be very happy with his art installation / aviary. Yes.
Such an experience give us an idea to combine rehabilitation of birds with rehabilitation of veterans.
Yes.
Leaving my Aussie friends in their artful aviary behind, next I'm being shown somewhere just as impressive.
Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah, this is a winter house for exotic birds. Unfortunately, they don't survive outside during winter time because still we have quite cold weather during winter. That's why Viktor built this facility for exotic birds. And during winter time, he keeps special temperature, comfortable for birds. But during summertime, they have small windows in the wall so they can go outside and choose preferable conditions for them.
And it's so beautiful with all the flowers. It's nice and warm and it's humid. And then I'm assuming that this is the way that you heat the building in the wintertime.
Yes, you're right. It's for heating.
And I notice a lot of these birds, again, Australian birds. We've got a cockatoo there. We've got some zebra finches there. So all of these are birds that are pet birds.
Yeah. They got used to live in houses. That's why
Yes.
they cannot be released and they cannot survive outside. We have Indian parrots. We have Amazon. We have gray parrot. We have again
Cockatoo.
cockatoo, and salmon corella.
Corella, yes,
Yeah,
which is
salmon.
also Australian, yes.
Yeah.
It's an absolutely gorgeous room and the birds seem really happy here.
Thank you for saying that. I fully agree with you.
Back at the entrance, there's some new fledglings arriving at the sanctuary.
Итак, хто мені скаже?
Viktor established FreeWings not only as a haven for injured birds, but also as a place where Ukrainians, young and old, can learn about the species and share in his passion for all things avian.
Як у вас зуби росли? Спочатку у вас є, які називаються
Whilst Viktor
маляри
shares his
і
knowledge with the children,
премоляри.
let me take a minute to introduce you to the youngest residents of the sanctuary. Found in a destroyed nest, these two baby starlings are in desperate need for some TLC.
Oh, look at you. So this really brings me back to before I was a vet and just a kid that used to hang out in the neighborhood and be the one that would go and pick up all the baby birds and the ones with the broken wings or any animal that needed to be fixed. These little guys have just come in to the sanctuary by a lovely member of the public, and I can see very quickly, you guys are hungry, aren't you? Let's sort that out. Let's go. So we go. So here's some nice mealworms. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Here, look, what's this? There we go. Yes. Good girl. That's it. Just wait. Ready? 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 And in we go. Well done. Good girl. Well done. This one's a little bit weaker, a little bit thinner, but hopefully with lots of love and care by Viktor and Yuliia. Hopefully you'll grow into a gorgeous bird and get to fly away. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Good babies, well done.
Next up, I'm meeting two inhabitants who haven't been so lucky.
These two beautiful owls are victims of the conflict. Unfortunately, this type of animal likes to roost in buildings, and obviously buildings are a target for the soldiers that are invading this country. Both of these two birds had so significant injuries to both wings that neither of them have wings at all now. So these two incredible birds here are northern ravens. They're just a large black bird. Both of these have been impacted by the war. One had a fractured wing, the other fractured legs. But actually they are highly intelligent, emotional and playful creatures, and they're one of the only ones that kind of do somersaults mid-air, and they even kind of surf updrafts. They are incredible birds. Sadly, these two, they've been injured so badly they won't ever be able to be released.
When the war was started, Viktor received a lot of birds from occupied territories. It was like evacuation. And you ask how many birds? Huge number, like thousands of birds from the south of Ukraine. Viktor accepted, keep here for some period of time, and later when the situation were stabilized in that area, the birds were
Released back where they came from?
Wow.
Yeah. And that must be an amazing thing to do, to sort of give them their freedom back. Across the history of this sanctuary since the war, how many birds do you think that you've cared for?
Wow, it's really hard to say because we didn't have some statistic like how many birds we accept and how many birds we released. For the half of the year, it's like 300 birds whom we released, like wild birds.
But that's such an amazing success story that you've released 300 birds back into the wild
Yeah.
after you've rescued, treated them and rehabilitated them.
Yeah,
It's a
and
great job.
small birds became old birds.
Yes. When they became adults,
Yeah,
They
thank you.
flew free.
Yeah.
they're
flew
free
free.
wings.
Yeah, FreeWings. That's why
Yes.
FreeWings.
Yes.
No trip to FreeWings would be complete without releasing some feathered friends back into the wild.
Uh-oh.
All we have to do is get the birds into their carriers, which is easier said than done. Remember the raven from earlier?
It's got him. Okay?
Окей. Помалу бігаєш,
Yeah.
Скот.
Okay. Let me help. Okay. Okay. Feels very healthy. Okay.
Добре.
Yeah, I thought so too. Strong. Yeah.
Чекай.
Okay.
Окей.
And then you're right with the head. Let go. Let go.
Чекай.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. There we go.
Yes.
Bit of a false start.
Надіємося повернути його в дике середовище. Трохи намок, ну,
Окей.
будемо видно. Окей, супер.
All birds now officially present and accounted for. It's time for their release.
Please.
Yeah, ready? So release one at a time.
Look at that. Beautiful.
That was just such a beautiful moment. Viktor and Yuliia dedicate their lives to the birds of Ukraine, and to see two of the birds that have been rescued, they've been treated, rehabilitated, and now released. I mean, it's nirvana. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, that's
That's beautiful. Beautiful. Well done. Good job, Viktor. Good job. Yes.
If you'd like to help FreeWings Bird Rehabilitation Centre, then please check out their Instagram and Facebook pages, FreeWings Lviv. And while you're at it, please subscribe and like this video to help me help more rescues here on Rescue Vet. Bye for now.